Hi guys, it's Nancy and I have the brand new wax seal of the month for July 2023 from Spellbinders. This is brand new. This is the first month they're launching it. I think it's going to do very well and it's an awesome value because not only are you getting a limited edition brand new wax seal, but you are getting a bag of the wax beads. So the color you're going to get here is classic crimson. So just like the Glimmer of the month where they send you a roll of foil, this is a wonderful way to build up your stash. This is a brand new color and I wanted to show you they have a couple new products in the shop. If you haven't checked it out, I did not get mine yet, but I did order the wax seal stickers, which basically will allow you to take your wax seals and adhere them to, you know, cards, scrapbook pages, envelopes, things like that. So those are in the shop, and the new storage cases in the shop. You guys, this thing is super inexpensive. It's like $2.99, I think, or, you know, it's under $5, but you can put a lot of wax seals in here. These dividers on the side are removable, so you can actually store wax beads and your wax seals in there. Because really, you only need one handle. And, oh, let me open this one. You can travel with this by putting or storing all of your wax heads in there. So what happens is this unscrews the handles. Most wax seals will fit on this handle, but you can actually use this to store your wax seals in. So I've actually ordered a couple more of these. They are also en route just for that reason, so I can store them. But we're going to play with this one and show you what it is. It is the Poinsettia Joy wax seal stamp. And I'll show you what it looks like in the traditional red and the new crimson red. All right, so if you don't have the sealed kit, it's a good value. You certainly don't have to have it, but it does make everything nice and easy by having it in one spot. And in the sealed kit, you get, first of all, handy dandy storage. Your silicone mat, which is the best part of it. You get your warmer. You're going to want to have your candle lights, your tea lights, and you also get a very generous portion of gold wax beads. So let's see what it looks like in the gold. And I do have some paper towels handy as well to clean up any messes I might make. So I'm going to put my warming spoon on there. So the warmer is nice because you go hands-free. You don't have to stand there and hold it over the candle. You don't have to use a heat gun or anything like that. And normally 3 to 4 beads work for me. So we're going to start with 4. Might be a little much, but that's okay. We'll see. And this is the gold that comes with the kit, the traditional gold. I'm going to pull out a couple of these crimson beads. Much more darker red. And remember, you can mix and match your colors. There are a dozen new bead colors in the shop. So you want to go check that out. Let's try some of these dark green as well. So we'll make a couple different colors here. How about some pearl white while we're at it? So I like to pre-make mine and then I will glue them or use the adhesive to attach them to my cards. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel. If you can do me a favor and click the little butterfly that should be in the bottom right hand corner here and subscribe to my channel. There is also a brand new Better Press of the Month Club, so I'll have a video for that. And I've already posted the video for the Glimmer of the Month and the 3D embossing folder of the month. So I think that you will enjoy them. They all coordinate nicely together. And yes, it's holiday card time. It's Christmas in July. This is the time of year when crafters start making their holiday cards so we're not bombarded at the end of the year. So this is the perfect time of year for release of these holiday themed. And then you can get started. Like I said, I like to make mine ahead of time so that way All I have to do is adhere them to my cards when I'm ready. All right, so I have my wax seal ready. Now, one of the tips you guys shared with me was to have a little bucket of cold water or ice by to keep my wax seals cool. I keep forgetting to do that, but I'll have to try to remember in the future. So I just want to make sure that that is melted down, and it looks like it is. And all we're going to do is we're going to pour it straight down on the mat. Like that, and then we're just taking our seal and gently dropping it in the center. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to press down. We're not going to wiggle it. We're just going to go straight down with it. And then you're going to give that a few moments to dry. While that is drying, or cooling, I should say, setting into place, I'm going to clean my spoon out with some paper towel. You don't have to. You can certainly mix your colors. And let's go in with that crimson. It looks like 3 to 4, like I said, is usually the right amount for me. So comment down below, is this a kit you've been looking forward to? Have you been making wax seals? Again, wax seals have made a comeback. And keep in mind, if you have other wax seals, if you have other wax beads, if you have other warmers, they will all work with this system. You don't have to have just Spellbinders. It will coordinate with the other products that you have very nicely. I will say, so far, my opinion, the wax beads don't have a crayon smell when they're melting like a lot of other ones do. They don't have a very high smoke. There are some that, smoke when you get wax on the bottom of your spoon, but there are some wax bead companies out there that as soon as they start melting, they start smoking. These have not given me a problem with smoking. And I really have been enjoying playing with these, and the variety of wax seals is ever increasing over at Spellbinders. So make sure you check that out. This is nice and cool now, so all I'm going to do is lift that up, and you can see that beautiful kind of scripty joy and a little poinsettia there. And I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm actually going to cut this oval out. And again, you can do these on the silicone mat, or you can do them directly on your card. So there it is, cut out. I'm going to save this and remelt it down. And we're going to take this crimson. Oh, let me stir it. Always stir it to make sure there's no lumps. And I'm going to put my wax seal back. Just gonna, that little oval I cut out, I'm gonna just try to shove it back in its place there. It's not gonna be perfect, but just enough to hold it there. And I'm pouring this back and forth so that I kind of have a little of an oval shape. And let's see if we can get this to work. Hopefully that doesn't melt the gold. We'll find out in a second. That crimson is a very classic color. I'm going to add another couple beads there. 4 was probably too many, so I think 3 will be good. And I have a little bit melted in there already. See, it's starting to smoke because I have wax on the bottom of my spoon. So when that happens, I need to wipe that up. I still see some. Well, it is going to happen. I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. So let me give you guys some information here. So if you are brand new to any of the Spellbinders Club of the Month, you must wait until the 6th to sign up. If you are a current member, I'll have the link down below. The cost of it is going to be $22.50 a month in US dollars. It is available in the UK as well. I'll put the link down below. But the value is you are getting a $28.99 value, which is the stamp itself, which comes with the handle and the wax stamp, and you're getting, again, the whole bag. It's a full-size bag of the wax beads, so you're not getting like a sample size or anything. You're going to get 100 beads. And the color this month is Classic Crimson. So it is a value. These are always a value, but again, let me just remind you that the stamps are limited edition. So once the club kits, oh, that is really cool, sell out. Focus camera. They will be sold out and you won't be able to get them again. So if you are a current member, you can sign up now. If you are a new member wanting to sign up, you don't have any kits at all, you have to wait until the 6th. Okay. You can cancel at any time. I normally post my videos on the 1st, so you will get a sneak peek of what's coming in your mailbox. All right, so let's try that again. Again, I'm trying this kind of oval shape here. I don't have any oval wax seals. This is the first time for me. All right, see how that works. I'm going to wipe my spoon up while that is cooling. This is kind of therapeutic, you know, it's almost like people like doing coloring. I like just sitting here and making a bunch of wax seals. You do need to be careful. You don't want to be doing this when any kids or pets around. I have burned myself multiple times messing around, so just be careful. All right, so let's try the Classic Red. We're going to do 3 beads, and I'm going to cut up some of this gold and put it in there and kind of give it a marbled effect. That's another great thing about wax seals is if you don't like it, if it didn't come out the way you wanted, maybe there was an air bubble in there or you wiggled your stamp and it came a little crooked, all you have to do is cut it up and start over. All right, that might be a little much, but we're going to let that melt down. The other thing that Spellbinders has are these Deco Color markers. These are oil-based markers. They're metallic, and so when you have your design all done, although that is beautiful on its own, man, that crimson is just very nostalgic to me. Very old school wax seals. You're going to take your marker, shake it up. Now this is a paint marker, so there is a little bit of odor to it. I want to make you guys aware of that. And look at how that poinsettia pops. Just lightly rubbing the top of the design here. Now you can really see that. Focus, camera, focus. Pretty. Okay. Now we have our little gold and crimson swirl. Oh no, well this is the red, which is a brighter red, a traditional Christmas red. And I just swirled it a little bit. Maybe a little too much on that one. my spoon. Let's do 3 of the green. And these are pearlized, these green. These crimson ones are not pearlized. So just so you guys can see that. They, like the gold is a metallic. It has some pearl in it. The crimson is not. It's just a dark, deep dark red. Very glossy though. You could store your wax seals in here for when you're done. You could store them by holiday, by occasion, you know. So there's a lot of things you could do with these little storage containers. Like I said, they're inexpensive. They're $2.99. So I picked up a few more. Okay, that green is almost done melting down. That's pretty with that marbled effect. And I'm going to still take my So I'm trying to build up my stash and have a whole bunch of these so that when I go to mail out my Christmas cards, I'll have these on the envelopes. Now keep in mind, depending on where you live, like the United States Postal Service will charge an extra fee. You have to get a special stamp, a hand cancellation stamp, so that it doesn't go through the automated machine. Because if it goes through the automated machine, there's a chance that it could get ripped off. So just keep that in mind. So use a hand cancellation stamp. I have sent some without the hand cancellation stamp, and they have gone through some just fine. I've sent some with the hand cancellation stamp, and they got ripped off anyway. So just be careful with that. And I can only speak for the U.S. I don't know how it is in other countries. All right, we're going to do one more with the white, and then we'll be done. And like I said, I did do a video with the 3D embossing folder of the month and the glimmer of the month, so you'll want to go check that out. And I have a video being posted with the better press of the month, and I really think you guys are going to enjoy the better press. I've done quite a few videos with it. I'm also going to show different machines and methods that you can do letterpress without the better press, but I will say, just like wax seals, the better press is just making it easier for you. You know, wax seals have been around a long time, and Spellbinders isn't saying that they invented it, but it's a tool to make it a little easier. So it's the same thing with the better press. They've just kind of made it easier with the letterpress system, with the specialized inks and the plates. And remember, you can also foil the plates. So if you're not into letterpress and you're not into that, you can still buy the plates individually, so you can join the Better Press of the Month Club and use that plate just for foiling. So keep that in mind as well. That is pretty. I love the handwritten joy because it does remind me of the holidays, because that is the time of the year when, you know, we're signing our cards. Now, I know, you know, a lot of people do printed photo cards or whatever, but, you know, when you see somebody's handwriting or you see somebody's signature, that's very nostalgic. I have personally, this is my dad's handwriting. It says, "Love, Dad." And I'm not a tattoo person. I've never really liked tattoos, but when my dad passed away, it's been 12 years now, I wanted something to remember him. And every time I see that, like, I remember how he used to write. So every time I see that, it's very nostalgic for me. Handwriting is very personal. So when you have, you know, something like this joy, it's just very personal. It's not just a stamped, you know, it's very pretty to have that kind of handwritten look to it. So I think that looks really cool. I'm loving this gold pen on here. And last but not least, let's look at the white. This is the pearl white. And again, you can add colors, you can mix colors, you can marbleize it. But let's just see how this does on its own. And you have a little time. Don't be in a rush. It takes, this is at a very high melting point, so it takes a moment to cool down. And then I just slowly press it in there and let it go. And then if you don't like it, like I said, you guys saw me cut that gold down. Cut it down and start over. I can cut any of these down and say I don't like it and start over again. Don't be afraid to try. There are no mistakes. Just be careful. Like I said, the spoon is very hot. The barrel of the spoon is very hot, so I'm keeping my hands on the handle. And I have my paper towel folded over a few times so that that heat is dissipated, so that I don't get burnt. And I like to clean my tools up, just like with stamping, before I put them away, so that the next time they're ready to go. I will let this cool down. Same thing, there's going to be some wax here. This is also very warm, so you do not want to touch that metal surface. You just want to take your paper towel and just kind of wipe that down. And sometimes the wax drips underneath. So just very carefully, I'm holding the outside and just using a paper towel to clean in there. And that's where we get some of the smoking and the soot is from that. And then I just let everything cool down before I put anything back in the box. But I think it's a very neat system. I have everything in one place, just like the Better Press. I'm using the Spellbinders tool-in-one to just do my little mixing. Makes it very easy. Okay, last one. Let's take a look. And silicone mat makes it easy because everything cools down nice and easy. And there it is in the pearl white. Of course, I'm going to add the gold to it. I just can't stop. I really think it makes a pop. And this is really easy. There are really some talented wax seal videos you can go out and find on YouTube, and people do some really neat things. This is really basic. You don't have to, you know, get into cutting them up and mixing the colors and all of that. This looks really pretty on its own, just like this. And you don't need anything special. Just a tea light and a candle. You could certainly do this with a tea light and a candle and just hold it, tea light candle, and hold your spoon over top of it. So there we go. Again, this is the wax seal of the month from Spellbinders. You're going to get the wax seal. It is called Poinsettia Joy, and it is a cool oval shape. And again, it is detachable from the handle for easy storage, or if you want to use the handle for other wax seals, you can. And you are going to get a bag of 100 beads of classic crimson wax. So if you are new to Spellbinders, you can sign up after the 6th. Click the link down below. And if you already have one of the Spellbinders kits, clubs of the month, any of them, small die, large die, embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, glimmer of the month, stamp of the month, there's so many of them, you can add this to your kit right away. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please post them down below. I love hearing your feedback. And again, if you're interested, all the links are down in the description. I appreciate your support. Please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing by clicking the little butterfly and having notifications on. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep on stamping. Bye-bye.